May you poop on warm sands.
And what do we always say?
Hold onto your butts.
That's right. And what did you used to be?
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I tried Skyrim on Skooma. You die. She dies. Everybody dies.
Yep, that's kind of the way it goes. Let's see how our gameplay goes today, though. Playing our little rogue again. Our little dark elf. She's cruising around with Anya, I think. So we'll load the game up and see where it takes us. See what we feel like doing today. Hopefully I didn't break nothing. I took my computer out to the garage today and tore it apart and blew all the dust out of it and put it all back together. So it started up and got to the game, but let's see how the game runs. Hopefully I didn't blow loose a connection on, the SATA or anything. Should be okay. So far it looks pretty good. And the computer's all nice and bright and shiny and dust free. Which is a good thing. Having a couple of dogs around, it picks up a lot of dog hair and everything else. Also cleaned up the keyboard pretty good today. And I found something online that was actually a really good idea. Get an unused or clean paintbrush to clean in between the keys. Because you can get that paintbrush down in between the keys and clean off all the dust on the side of the keys and everything that's underneath them. So yeah, keyboard's looking really good. So unused paintbrush. Never would have thought of that unless I looked it up. I'm like, what's the easiest way to clean a Razer, Black Widow keyboard? Without having to pull all the keys off. I mean, you can pull all the keys off too. I wonder what our volume is. I don't know. We can find out. Sounds pretty good. If it's a little low, I'll turn it up. Actually, I can block when I'm dual wielding. So that's not entirely correct. It looks like we're down by Falkreath with Anya.
There's something strange about you. Perhaps it's the Dragonborn magic, but when I'm near you, I don't feel my cold having any effect on you whatsoever.
Okay, we're way down there. Could always go to Ari's pod. What's this? Iverstead. Speak to the Greybeards. So I guess we got to go to Iverstead. So let's go through Helgen. And then we'll go to Iverstead. The reason we went through Falkreath is we wanted to pick up our paraglider. So now we have a paraglider. So that's why we came down this way. I did try... Bad dog. You gotta keep up on you. I did try hook and reshade back up and try an RTGI again, but for the amount of frame rate hit, which is like 15 to 20 frames a second for immerse version of RTGI from Pascal Glitcher, Marty McFly. Just wasn't worth the frame rate hit.
You're as good as dead.
A couple of Argonians. Who would be ashamed of me?
I'll raise a cup to your grave.
Take that lockpick. I got. You drink light beer? She's stuck in the door. She must be big. You ain't carving nothing. Did we just pick up a kettle? I think we did. Yes, we did. Nice shiny kettle. Let's see what I got. Well, I've got minor healing and a coin purse and a potion of strength. That's what I got. What do you got? It's in the barrel. Salt pile. I'm guessing this guy's on the other side of the wall. Actually, there's somebody shooting from... Oh my gosh. From over there? Okay, buddy. Think you're all that in a bucket of shrimp? I'm coming to get you.
You're a disgrace to your own kind.
I was trying to slide tackle him off the roof, but it didn't quite work out. Ooh, that's a good one. Nice. Oh, guts leaking out everywhere. Love it. Well, we'll take that and that and that. We don't need the iron helmet. Should we get down the quick way?
I'm going to twist that pretty little neck of yours clean off. In the middle.
Uh-oh, we've got a lot of bad guys.
Too late to run away now. No more. I yield. I yield.
One down.
This ends now.
Take you out, Scaly. Captain America! May have said it before. Never heard. Have you played any of the mod lists on Wabbajack or Novus? How'd you enjoy the experience? Well, I am currently playing my own mod list, which just happens to be on Wabbajack.
Do your worst.
And do I enjoy it? Yeah, I enjoy it a lot because I made this mod list. I have not played Novus. So this is the mod list called the Nico Expereince, and that would be me. I am Nico. So this is my mod list that I have been building basically since Skyrim's release, and tweaking and making better and And then about a year ago, I created a Wabbajack of it and put it up on the CDN. So anybody can download it and play it. But this is kind of my vision of the game. Have I really tried any others? I've got a few others loaded up. I've got Vagabond, Apostasy, and Lorim all installed on my computer. But when given a choice, I know I'm biased. I'm very biased. I end up playing my own mod list. And the reason being is my mod list has everything I want and nothing I don't. So why would I play any other mod list than my own? This one has everything I want. And if I want anything else in it, I'll put it in. I built this mod list. So it is pretty darn stable. I mean, I've had some streams where I've streamed for like 6 hours without a crash. Right now I'm layering well, there's one frame gen that comes with the mod list, and then I'm running lossless scaling on top of it. So if you look up in that corner over there, you'll see 52,144. So what that is that's layering 2 frame gens on there, outputting 144 frames a second. Now my refresh rate is 144 hertz. So that's the highest I can display anyway. And if I were to turn off lossless scaling and then just, let's do this. So this is just what I wonder why it's not reading. That's interesting. I may have to like shut it off and turn it back on again. Let me do this. See if that picks up on it. Okay, well, it's saying it's running 140 frames per second. If you look right above my head. But that's running both lossless scaling on top of EMB FrameGen. So EMB FrameGen is part of the EMB. So if you come here to Performance, so it says frame generation is enabled. And this is FSR 3.1 FrameGen, which is really very good, and it's built into the EMB. It comes with the mod list. So even if your computer only can turn out 35 frames a second, it's going to output 70. So, and then if you layer another frame gen like lossless scaling on top of it, then you can run, I'm running adaptive. Let me see if I can pull it up. There it is. So I'm running lossless scaling frame gen 3.1 adaptive with a target at 144. So it's a frame gen on top of a frame gen, but it will get me to 144 frames per second. And it's building off of what EMB FrameGen is already doing. Which is, I don't know, if you ask me, it's pretty impressive that I can run this game with 2,225 mods is what I'm running currently at 144 frames a second and not get a bunch of ghosting. You know what I mean? And I'm running at my native resolution. I'm not upscaling at all. I'm just running a double frame gen. But even at a single frame gen, it's still going to output probably around 70 frames a second. Which is still very playable. I mean, if you're on a 60 hertz screen. Also, I'm running at 3440 by 1440 resolution. I mean, I'm only uploading at 2580 by 1080. So widescreen 1080p is what I'm uploading to YouTube, but I'm playing at 3440 by 1440 on a 34-inch screen. That's about 5 million pixels. That's a lot of pixels. It's more than double what a 1080p screen would be. 1080p is about 2 million pixels. That's one tough troll. You're almost done. Got him. Oh, we cut his arm off too. Nice. I got your troll fat. Mafala says they need to die, so we're gonna kill them.
Supposed to be the Imperials. Find them. That it? Is that your best?
Hey, don't hurt the Stormcloak guy.
That hell. Pay for this.
Well, I guess we killed him too. Anya, why did you have to kill the Stormcloak guy? Love what you see. Keep up the good work. Okay, cool. Well, our last witness was killed, so we lost our 40 bounty. That's good. There's a lot that I've done to this list as far as immersion goes. Kind of like, okay, if we're going to pick this, you're going to see the Snowberry get picked. And if we pick it in third person, you'll actually see it in my hand. So that's, you know, just little shards of immersion like that. Like all of our food is going to be animated. So let's say we're hungry, right? Well, let's eat some bread. How about a mead? So everything's going to be animated. Also, I use none of the... There's no pausing of the game, so it's Souls-like. So if you go into your inventory, the game is still running, and I can still move around. It will not pause the game. So you can't get out of being attacked by going into your inventory, which means you better hotkey some stuff. So what we're doing here is we're using, this is just Sky UI, and I've set up some dark daggers and some reverse dark daggers as presets, so I can change in between the two of them. They're the same model, but here, if I do this, you can probably see it better. So these are the reverse daggers, and then I can switch to the forward-facing daggers, which have a different animation, and then I can switch to a bow. So all of that's hotkeyed. And then at the bottom of the screen, you'll notice that there's 5 hotkeys down there. And those are set up, it's called spell hotbar. So even if I'm running and I have weapons drawn, I can hit F4 and cast Oak Flesh. If I hit F5, that's my hot girlfriend, my flame atronach. And then F6 is drinking a potion. And again, that'll be animated, so I'll actually stop what I'm doing and have to pull out a potion and drink it. F7 is my giant dragon, and F8 is Troll's Blood. So I can cast those mid-game. Also, we've got wheeler menu, and I've got wheels set up for things like leave combat, build campfire, all that kind of stuff. But I'll set up another wheel once I get some other things going on. I can set up multiple wheels. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a big berserker. Maybe we should run a little bit. Maybe we should get our hot girlfriend in the mix. Where is this guy? Anya's still shooting at him. Wait, do we have a carrot? We need a carrot. There's a carrot. So we can give a carrot to the rabbit over here. Where'd the rabbit go? Oh, rabbit. That's Thistle. The rabbit's name is Thistle. Again, shards of immersion, right? We're picking up. There's Thistle. Cool. Now he's our pet.
We don't need to pray to statues of Talos. Not when we have the real thing.
We got a hummingbird over there too. Where's Thistle? Thistle. We got a carrot for you. Thistle? Buddy? You don't want to talk? Alright, fine. Don't talk to me. See if I give you a carrot. Okay, that's Hamar's Shame. We don't want to go that way. We want to go that way. We're trying to get to Iverstead. Although it's pretty late. Not really. It's like 7 p.m. 6:45.
Nicely done.
Did we ever get an offhand dagger? No. Well, that kind of blows. We need an offhand dagger. Okay, I don't really like the placement of that though. It's kind of through my potions. We'll do that in the morning. Let's sleep until morning and then I'll change the placement of that dagger. Well, our one-handed, we need to jack that up for sure. Man, all of our skills suck. What's most important? Probably light armor. And probably more magicka. For dual wielding, that'll be definitely a good thing. What's this over here? Stamina cost of power attacks. Light armor. That requires 30. Our sneak is at 20. Let's put the last one, well, one of the last ones there. Now I wonder, what are we, level 8? Check our custom skills. We may have another one for Destiny. No, not yet. Probably at level 9. We haven't started any of those quests yet. We have one more skill point to spend. Where should we put it? Should we put it in the lockpicking? Make it a little easier. Welcome to level 8. So do we have... Well, we're a little hungry, we're a little thirsty, and we're just a little bit cold. So hungry and thirsty for sure. That should be better. Yep, that's much better. Okay, so now we're not happy with where that is, but I'm thinking we need to take our cloak off so we can see where that's sitting. Should probably move that up. Tell you what, let's get rid of the bow and the arrows. So we can see where that dagger is. And then we're going to go over to dagger. Well, that ain't it. So it might be dagger back hip. Yep, that's what it is. So first thing we want to do is change that to 0.9.
There's something that attracts me to you.
We want to move it
I can't
out
explain it, but I like it.
and up.
How is it you warm me
Probably
so?
rotate it in a little bit. That's not bad. Kainaludren save. Okay. We could get it a little bit closer, I think. Yeah, you would have to move right when I get to where I can see it. Kind of clips through her elbow. That's not bad. Okay, what arrows are we using? 67 iron arrows. Alright, we'll use those up first. That's fine. That'll work. So we want to go east. So we're trying to get to Iverstead. That was an autosave in progress.
I should have planned that better.
Did we get hit? Yeah, we got hit. That's what slowed us down. Do we have this on the... No, now we do. Do we want a better bow? You know we want a better bow. It's a better bow down here. Been working on turning your system and some game settings to remove a stutter. Okay. So how's that going? Better help me, Anya.
That was about what I expected from them.
Been a pain, but I think you got it for the most part. Cool. So what do you think the stutter was caused by? Where's the other bear? I know there's two. Intensive enough app. Well, the power plan, yeah, you should definitely change your power plan to be on high, right? And then there is a mod called Skyrim Priority where you can set Skyrim's priority to always be high. And then also there's another one called Affinity that works through Mod Organizer, and you can set your affinity based on how many cores your processor has. It'll set them automatically. And so once your power plan's set on high performance for Skyrim, so Skyrim's always on high performance power plan, and then your affinity is always set for, would be 0, 2, 4, so it's only going to use those 3 first cores, because actually it's only going to really use your first core, but you don't want to use the virtual cores. You want to use the physical processors, and then set its priority to high priority. That's a bow that I left here. It's a good bow. We're taking that. That's our new bow. We're collecting bear pelts for Temba Whitearm. I run a little program in the background that takes care of all of that for me. In addition to running Skyrim Priority and the Affinity plugin for MO2. It's called Process Lasso. I mean, I don't recommend it if you're on a laptop, but if you're on a desktop, yeah. It's a great little program that always makes sure that the programs you want to be running at high priority will always run at high priority. And it kind of works in the background to keep things balanced. It's got an option called Pro Balance. There is a free version of it, although I bought the paid version of it. The free version eventually gets a little annoying. It advertises for itself before it'll start your system up. So, and the longer you use the free version, the longer it advertises. So it becomes a pain in the butt. And I'm like, I'm just going to buy it already. Was regarding fire in game. The shadows. Well, it could be a particle light too. So if you're running EMB and you're running particle lights eat a lot of CPU. So you may want to tweak that setting in your EMB so that you have enough light spread, but you don't have it turned all the way up to where it eats a lot of CPU power. But that all depends on if you're using particle lights in EMB or not. %of your CPU. Well, how many cores does your CPU have?
On your way up the 7,000 steps again, Clement?
Hello, friend. Are you passing through on your way to High Hrothgar? I'm about to make a delivery up there myself.
Okay, well, if it's only using 60% of GPU, you're CPU bound. Okay? 16 core, 32 threads. Okay, so just realize that Skyrim is a single-threaded process. Skyrim doesn't take advantage of having 16 cores. Okay? I do recommend running the Affinity on it and setting it so it uses 0, 2, and 4, the physical processors, not the virtual ones. Okay? So you want to not use 1, 3, and 5. And then move.
What types of deliveries do you make to
What I did was I moved all my other processes off of those first 3 cores. So all my other processes work between 5 and 19 because I'm 10 core, 20 thread.
And in return?
So between 5 and 19 is where Steam runs. It's where, you know, Windows background programs are running run.
The 7,000 steps takes its
But
toll.
that leaves all of the 0, 2, and 4 for Skyrim and its processes.
I could do it for you.
Does that make sense?
Really? Well, that would be kind of you.
And the way to put it
Here,
there
take this bag
is
of
use
supplies.
Process Lasso
At the
to
top
do
of the
that.
steps, you'll see the
But
offering
yeah, if your
chest.
GPU is
Just
only
leave the
running at
bag inside,
60%,
and you're done.
it means you're CPU bound. So if you look at mine up here in this upper right hand corner, I'm running 144 frames per second. My GPU is 92% usage, so it's only a little bit CPU bound, not a lot, but my CPUs are only running at 33% usage. Again, because it's 10 core, 20 thread, and Skyrim is a single threaded process. So you're never going to be using 100% of your CPU. Not when you're playing Skyrim. Skyrim is not a multi-threaded game. It's a single-threaded game. So it would be better to have one fast core than to have multiple cores at a slower speed. For Skyrim, anyway. For multitasking, it's better to have more threads.
Not today. I'm just not ready to make the climb to High Hrothgar. The path isn't safe.
Did he
Aren't
give
the
me...
Greybeards expecting some supplies?
Honestly, I'm not certain.
Hey, he gave it to
I've
me.
yet to be allowed into the monastery. Perhaps one day.
So take a look at a mod called Skyrim Priority, and it will set Skyrim's priority to always be high. And then if you're using Mod Organizer 2, there's an affinity plugin to set your affinity from within MO2, and both of those are important.
They should have planned that better.
That would be what I would recommend. And what you'll notice once you do that is you'll notice that your CPU usage probably won't change a whole lot, but your GPU usage will go up. You definitely want to see more than 60% of your GPU usage. And to me, that would be the free way, you know, without putting out any money, to get better performance out of it, would be to use those two mods. Skyrim Priority, and then the Affinity plugin for MO2. And just set those up. Then the other thing that I would recommend doing is going through your services on your Windows installation and disabling any services you're not using. Or better yet, don't disable them, change them to manual start. Okay? That way you're not really turning them off, you're not really getting rid of them. You're just making it so they don't automatically start up with Windows, which will, you know, they'll only start up if they need to start up. Things like, you know, fax services or anything for your phone or anything for things like that. Okay, you have yours set that way already? Okay, good. Again, think of your computer information lanes, your IRQs, right, as lanes on a freeway. And once you fill up all of your lanes on your freeway, you have a traffic jam. So anything you can do to get traffic off the freeway is going to lighten up the traffic load, and it's going to flow faster. That's the best analogy I have for it. Are we not reading these things we're supposed to be reading? Let's go back and do over. On an X3D processor? Do you have an X3D processor? You shouldn't be bottlenecked. But if your graphics card's only running at, you know, 60% usage, you're bottlenecked, your CPU bottlenecked. You got a 7950 X3D? That's a pretty badass processor. I wish I had one of those. right, well, I would say, yeah, you shouldn't be bottlenecked with that kind of a processor in that system. What's your graphics card? I mean, the fact that it's only running at 60% usage tells me your CPU bottlenecked. But with that CPU, you must have something running in the background you don't know about. 7900 XTX, that's a pretty good graphics card too. And if you're AMD processor and AMD graphics card, you should be... Have you enabled resizable bar? Can you get resizable bar on your system? It's enabled already? Okay, cool. I mean, because that would allow you to transfer large chunks of data between the two. What's up, Gears? We're doing the 700 steps. Shh. 1,000, 7,000. But don't tell Dada Key. Yeah, really, with a 7900 XTX and a 7950 X3D chip, this is an autosave, you should be able to run any mod list you want. Yeah, it's more like 700. Although I've never bothered to count them. I'm like, I got better things to do with my time. And how many of them are under the snow that we can't count? Well, I mean, like looking at this, I would say that that's one big one and two small ones, and that's 3, so that would be 4. But how many of these are lost under the snow that we don't know about, you know? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. The ones that are touching my head, 23, 24, 25, 26. Is that 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 4, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 4, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 58, 59, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 5, 76, 77, 78, 79. So there's 79 steps just on this little rise, this little double rise here. That's almost 100 right there, you know what I mean? $7,001? I don't think so. I know people have counted them. shot. I actually took the time to count them. Okay. We need to change our bow. Because we have a better bow. We have this one. 29 points of damage, and this one only does 12. There we go. It's riding a little
You
weird
bumped
on the
into me
back,
again.
though.
Are you cold yet?
Bow.
My childhood was filled with heartache and disappointment. Being a foundling and looking strange doesn't sit well with the other children. If it wasn't for my sister,
We could mod it to make it 7,000.
I call first dibs on the loot.
You want the troll fat?
Pardon me.
Had to pray so I wasn't stressed, so I got my magicka back so I could get my hot girlfriend. So I'm not cold. Yay! That's how it all fits together. Is that Bleak Falls Barrow over there? I think that's Bleak Falls Barrow. See Bleak Falls from way up here. And get an auto save here. We're almost there. I can see it. Speak with the Nico beards. So now we'll find out if we missed any. I think we missed some. Yeah, we must have missed one. Bummer. Let's go talk to Ongir before he gets Ongiry. He's gonna want us to shout at him. Let us taste of your voice.
So, a Dragonborn appears at this moment in the turning of the age.
You call me Dragonborn. What does that mean?
First, let us see if you truly are Dragonborn. Let us taste of your voice. I am Master Ongir. I speak for the Greybeards. Now, tell me, Dragonborn, why have you come here?
Well, you guys gave me a call.
I want to find out what it means to be Dragonborn.
We are here to guide you in that pursuit, just as the Greybeards have sought to guide those of the dragon blood that came before you.
You mean I'm not the only Dragonborn?
You are not the first. There have been many of the dragon blood since Akatosh first bestowed that gift upon mortal kind. Whether you are the only Dragonborn of this age, that is not ours to know. You are the only one that has been revealed thus far. That is all I can say.
I'm ready to learn.
You have shown that you are Dragonborn. You have the inborn gift. But
Angel just came in late behind me.
Discipline and temperament to follow the path laid out for you.
Not really, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Remains to be seen. Without training, you have already taken the first steps towards projecting your voice into a thum, a shout. Now let us see if you are willing and able to learn. When you shout, you speak in the language of dragons. Thus, your dragon blood gives you an inborn ability to learn words of power.
We think that's funny.
All shouts are made up of 3 words of power. As you master each word, your shout will become progressively stronger. Master Einarth will now teach you roll, the second word in unrelenting force.
I wanted to learn the shout for clearing traffic.
Combine it with fus,
It's a move, dumb fuck.
to focus your thumb more sharply. Roll.
Sorry, did I say that out loud? That would be a good shout, though.
You learn a new word like a master. You truly do have the gift. But learning a word of power is only the first step. You must unlock its meaning through constant practice in order to use it in a shout. Well, that is how the rest of us learn shouts. As Dragonborn, you can absorb a slain dragon's life force and knowledge directly. As part of your initiation, Master Einarth will allow you to tap into his understanding of roll.
Lay it on me, Arnard.
Now, let us see how quickly you can master your new thum. Use your unrelenting force shout to strike the targets as they appear.
Better watch out, girl.
Bruce, roll!
Honey, just take it like a champ.
Well done. Again.
Bruce, roll!
You learn quickly. Once more.
Do it again now.
Impressive. Your thumb is precise. You show great promise, Dragonborn.
Bori,
We will perform your next trial in the courtyard. Follow Master Boy.
we could get a good sword here. I left some presents. I'll catch up with Bori.
We will now see how you learn a completely new shout. Master Bori will teach you Wold, which means whirlwind. You must hear the word within yourself before you can project it into a thumb. Approach Master Bori and he will gift you his knowledge of Wold.
Give it to me, Bori.
Now we will see how quickly you can master a new shout. Master Wolfgar will demonstrate Whirlwind Sprint. Then it will be your turn.
Master Bori.
Master Bori. Vex. Wolf. Now it's your turn. Stand next to me. Master Bori will open the gate. Use your whirlwind sprint to pass through before it closes. Vex. Your quick mastery of a new thum is
Astonishing.
astonishing. I'd heard the stories of the abilities of Dragonborn, but to see it for myself.
Thank you. What's next?
You are now ready for your last trial. Retrieve the horn of Jürgen Windcaller, our founder, from his tomb in the ancient fane of Ostengrav. Remain true to the way of the voice, and you will return. Wind, guide you.
Well, we're ready to go up at least one level.
My mixed elemental heritage allows me to withstand the cold. It makes me hard to be near because cold is a part of me.
I don't know if we can sleep in one of their beds, though. Probably not. They're all owned. Should be set to CCD 0, which had 3D cache. I don't know what CCD0 is. So 2 chips, one is 8 core with 3D cache, one has no 3D cache. Oh, so you're setting it on the correct one that has the 3D cache. So it'll use the 3D cache. Gotcha. I wasn't sure how those chips were set up. I'm on an Intel chip currently.
Nice day, but I wish it was snowing.
We read that one. That's 8. Yeah, your GPU should be almost 100% usage. You see mine's running, if you look up in the upper right-hand corner, mine's running at 93, 92% usage. And my CPU is at like 30% usage. So I'm still just a little bit CPU bottlenecked. You want your GPU to be running at 99 to 100% usage, right? Unless it's being slowed down by your GPU, your CPU. So yeah, try to get that up in the high 90s if you can. I mean, my CPU it's an Intel 10850K. So if I were to overclock my CPU a little bit, I could probably get a little bit more out of my GPU. But you got to figure that's, a 10 series, so 11, 12, 13, 14, and then the Ultra 9. So I'm 5 generations back on my CPU. And my GPU is a 3000 series, so I'm 2 generations back on the GPU. I think that's the one I missed. That's 6. Where's 7? That's 7. I'm sure we read that one. I know we read 8, 9, and 10. I wonder which one we missed. Did we miss 5? We got that one. Plus the 7900 XTX, is that a 16 gig graphics card? I'm pretty sure it is. So I mean, with that and that the 7950 X3D, you should be able to run any mod list you want. 24 gig, even better. Yeah, you will definitely be able to run whatever mod list you want to run. That's 4. Gotcha. Give me your soul. Yeah, we're over encumbered. We're carrying a bunch of weapons though too, so I think the first we need to do is get rid of the bones that we're carrying. $247. What are we carrying? All those weapons. That's what we're carrying. You know, this always really bothered me. I wonder if I can do this. Can I? Okay, so that's up and down. That's rotate. Nice. Now it opens the correct way. That always bothered me. Now we're down to 201. That's not bad. It's probably all this water we're carrying that's pretty heavy. That gets us down to 194. That ain't bad. We're carrying a lot of booze. All right, cool. We're an alcoholic. I'm looking for a alcoholic. First name Al. Has anybody seen an alcoholic in here? Missed the one by the Moon Forge? Maybe. Voice of the Sky. We missed number 3. That was the one we missed. Alright, we got it. You can ask me any question you want. I may even have an answer. So ask away. I mean, no guarantees I'll have an answer, but if I have an answer, I'll be happy to share it with you. So yeah, ask away. We're freezing our butt off up here. Okay, now we're not freezing. Well, Klimek's not out fishing. Where are these cultists? Are they dead? Oh no, they're over here.
None shall stand against me.
True Dragonborn.
We are routed. Fall back.
There you are. I've been looking
Oh,
everywhere.
it's Lily.
I'll see you with pieces.
Hey, Lily?
There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
She's tough. Don't mess with
Got this
Lily.
thing I'm supposed to deliver? Your hands only. Let's see. Looks like that's all. I have to leave.
Creepy fella. We have a dinner invitation.
You can't hide from me. Get him! Kill him!
I wonder if we can learn that one. 12 hours. Yeah, why not?
There's no escape. Oh well. Last mistake. Last mistake. Money's on the big one.
Stop! In the name of... You!
Should be good. Get him! Kill him! Well,
Started my process of setting up my PC up to mod Skyrim. You're stuck. How would you set up your PC to mod Skyrim all over again? Been watching tons of videos. Well, it really depends on how I want to mod Skyrim. Okay. Do I plan on using a ready-made list? Do I want to create my own list? Or do I just want to play Skyrim and add a couple of mods and call it good? So you tell me, what is your goal? I mean, do you want to go as crazy as I did modding Skyrim? Or you're just want a couple of armor mods and you're good? You know. I think the main thing that I would recommend is Mod Organizer 2. I would recommend Mod Organizer 2 over Vortex. I think it's just a more intuitive way to mod. I would also recommend getting a mod pack that has all of the fixes already installed for your game. Play Skyrim with a couple of mods and you're good. Okay, we'll still Mod Organizer 2. But a lot of the fixes are things that anybody can use. Right? And so I would recommend...
You're a disgrace to your own kind.
we are routed! Fall back!
Why is she being so... It won't let me command my followers.
Your end draws near.
Alright, we're getting out of town. So I would recommend something like Baseline from Biggie Boss or Anvil. Okay, which is the forge on which to build. So I'll tell you what, we're going to take a look at Anvil right now to give you an idea. And I'll tell you why I recommend that would be a great place to start. Because that's going to have all of the base programs you're going to need for whatever mod you want to put in. Whether it's base object swapper, whether it's keyword item distributor, whether it's so all of those kinds of mods. So let me throw a save right here. We're going to take a look at this really quick because it's kind of important, you know, for everybody to know if you don't know. So we have a save right here. That's good. So if I'm looking at my own mod list, and I start off on the upper thing for the utilities, so I've got an SKSCINI, so Skyrim script extender is important, address library, engine fixes, the .NET script framework, because I'm running 1.5.97. So you also have to decide whether you want to mod on the latest version of the game. No, don't worry about it. This is what we're here for, right? Everybody that's in here already knows this is what we do. We will stop the game and we will take a look at things and we'll try to help people out. Because if we can help just one person to enjoy their game better, we're a success. Okay, so console utility, display tweaks, power of threes tweaks, recursion monitor, sound record distributor, keyword item distributor, behavior data injector. So these are all just utilities that a lot of MCM recorder, EMB input disabler. These are spell perk item distributor, backported extended ESL support, JS containers. These are all things that other mods you downgraded to 1.5.97. Okay. So yeah, you would need all of this stuff here. So I would say the best place to get it, well, let's just take a look. We will minimize this window. We will minimize that window. We will open up this other window. That's a beautiful looking sunset there with a custom sun spray. So welcome to Wabbajack. Browse lists. This is where I would start. And we're going to check out everything, so the non-featured list as well. But I'm looking for one specific list for Skyrim. So let's just look at Skyrim. How many lists? There's 69 lists for Skyrim. This is what I would look at right here. Okay. Visuals only mod list for Skyrim Special Edition. So this is not what I'm looking for. Let me take a look here then. So this is NGVO is a visual overhaul done by Big E. But maybe Skyrim Modding Essentials is a lean utility Wabbajack list for Skyrim Special Edition intended to jumpstart a new mod setup with all the required tools and basic mods. So you've got a seam fix, you've got Xlogen resources, Sky UI, survival mode integration, formless manipulator, equipment enchantment fix, EMB helper, DPI scaling fix, first person sneak, strafe, walk, stutter fix, sound hammering sounds, unique map weather, save unbaker, kill caps lock, EMB extender. So this looks like a bunch of utilities. Animation queue fix. These are all important things no matter how you're going to mod. Display tweaks, terrain shadows, papyrus tweaks, enhanced reanimation, Dindalod, the DLL, College of Winterhold quest start fixes, shadow boost, scrambled bugs, cloud shadows, auto parallax, scripts carefully reworked. So there's things in the base game that'll cause crashes. So this is fixing a lot of that. Want to download a 7-zip, so 597. Should I get it? So also same for SKSE. Well, this is already going to be set up, and it's already going to set up your MO2 for you. So that's what makes it easy. You just download it and install it, pick a place to install it, and then you're going to end up with something that looks like this, right? It'll set it all up for you, and it'll have separators, and it'll have, you know, everything for you to start off with. There won't be as many mods as this, right? But it'll have the full setup. Open animation replacer, glowing mushroom collision fixes, EMB light detection, bug fixes not work, octagon textures batch tool, sound fix, scrambled bugs, unofficial update for QEI or QUI. So this is a bunch of fix mods, dual casting fix, payload interpreter, and a bunch of utilities. SSE edit, which is important if you're going to mod. So this already has it. Address library already has it. But I would say let's check out the README. They do have an official website. So this is for 1.6, but the anniversary edition DLC is not required. This is only 3.8 gigabytes, less than 1 gigabyte worth of downloads, and it's running on Mod Organizer 2. So this will set up your Mod Organizer 2 for you with stock game folder as a portable instance. So it'll do all that for you, and it'll give you a lot of the Skyrim script extender, address library, MCM helper, SkyUI, SSE display tweaks, engine fixes, scrambled bugs, all of that stuff. Widescreen support stuff. So it's a good place to start. So I would check that out. The other one I would check out is over here, and let's go to, where's Biggie? I don't have Biggie. Biggie? Well, they got a community shaders visual overhaul also. 7-zip or SKSE. You might have to download 7-zip and install 7-zip on your system. Yeah, where do you get it? You get it from Wabbajack's official website. Let me give you a link. Hold on. This is your link. Copy. Paste. Yeah, 7-zip is a good idea to install just because it can open all of your files. It's just a good utility. But yeah, go to the link I just posted, download Wabbajack. You can download it right here. And you can also take a look at the gallery for all of the lists. And again, you can check your game and say, okay, I only want Skyrim, and show the non-featured lists. And this will show you everything that's there that you can get a hold of. So you're looking for something that's going to be more of a utility-based list. Or if you want to set up all of community shaders, here's a list for that. Or the visual overhaul, NGVO from Biggie. I want to go to Biggie's Discord. Give me a minute. What am I here for? I'm here for everything. Everything. Okay, so where is... I thought that Biggie still had a link to Baseline. Yeah, the author will set the load order for you for the ones that are there. I think I left this channel because Biggie likes to send out ats all the time, and I don't like getting a bunch of at. You know, don't ping me every other day with some garbage that I really don't need to hear. So I basically said I want to leave, so I left. But I thought that Biggie still had um, a link to Baseline here, because Baseline would be really good. Bye, Biggie. In any case, I wonder if we can still find a link to Baseline. Let me see what I can find here. So Biggie deleted this comment. Okay, on Reddit. I guess Biggie left Reddit. Yeah, Biggie did remove it, but I don't know where it is now. I mean, it was a good one. In any case, that's where I would start. Download MO2, download Wabbajack. No, you don't need to download MO2. So don't even start at MO2. Start at Wabbajack. Well, actually, start at 7-zip. Download 7-zip, install it, and then download Wabbajack, and then pick a list that is a utility-based list. So Wabbajack will be this, right? Let's clear up the screen here so you can see what I'm working with, right? And then we're going to browse a list. We want to look at, for Skyrim only, Give me a minute while it loads up and does its thing. Skyrim, non-featured. So we're looking for dev tools, ADT. Let's take a look at that. What has he got in here? Okay, this looks like a bunch of, this is what you're looking for here. Archive Extractor, Official Skyrim Modders Patch, 9.3 Alpha, Ballroom Tools, Script Cleaner, and more. Unofficial Skyrim Special Edition Patch. J's Containers, MCM Helper, Mute on Focus Loss, Papyrus Tweaks, Photo Mode, Smooth Cam, True HUD, Cathedral Assets Optimizer, Sorted Mesh Fixes, the Maximum Skeleton, First Person Animation Teleport Bug. This looks pretty good. So Althro's Dev Tools would be a good place to start too. This says like race menu, Sky UI, ghost item bug fix, so a bunch of bug fixes. Better alt tab, scrambled bugs, engine fixes, better message box controls. So it looks like this is just your base to start with. Synthesis. It's going to give you all the tools you need. As a mod author's toolkit, all the tools you need to create and test your mods. This is a fully patched creation kit for 1.6. Yes, Wabbajack will set up and install MO2. So, okay, I downloaded Lorem just to give you an idea. And if I click on Lorem, okay, I already have an instance running. I would have to shut this instance off. And then let's say I want to load Lorem. So basically, when you click on it, it's already 100% set up like this. When it's all said and done, boom, that's what I got. So this is probably an older version, 3757. I don't know what version we're on. This is 4.1.3 is the version number. But yeah, it's 100% set up. 100% set up. With all of your, everything's done. And MO2 is installed. And he's actually got SSE Edit, Nemesis, Synthesis, TextGen, and Dynalot, and NIF Scope. So I wonder where are those going? He's got the creation kit in here too. He's got it in D. Do I actually have that in my D drive? Yeah, Lorem's in my D drive. Yeah, he's got all of this in there. SSE edit, Xload gen, Z edit, Dynalod, all included. Biggie set it all up. So I want to download more mods like a body. I just come back to Wabbajack, pull mods from Nexus. Well, okay. I'll show you two different ways. There's two different ways. So you have a downloads window right here. So if I go browse mod page and I visit Skyrim on the Nexus, and let's say I want a new armor mod. So give me a second. Let me find an armor mod. Well, I can probably just pull this window down here so you can see it. Okay. So let's just say I want a new armor mod. I want Royal Armory new artifacts. Let's say I want that mod. Okay. So I'll open up that mod. This is going to give me new artifacts. And I'm going to go here. Now, this is already registered. So if I just click the download manager, look at what it's doing. It just downloaded it directly into my downloads folder. And then if I want to install it, I just double click it. It'll give me a name. I can change the name and hit OK, and it will install it. And then I can click it, and I can put it wherever I want. I can drag it and drop it, or I can right click and go send to separator, and I can pick where I want it. And let's say I want to put it in new weapons. So we're going to dump it in new weapons. Boom, there it is. So now it's in new weapons. There it is, Royal Armory, new artifacts. And if I open it in Explorer, it'll show me that it's a BSA and an ESP. So let's open up the BSA. Looks like I've got some scripts attached to it. And some meshes named blades. And a load screen. Ice blade, mage dagger. So it puts all of these weapons in there. But yeah, you can install it that quickly. If you want to get rid of it, right click and go remove mod. It'll take it out. And then if you go to hidden files, it'll show up as uninstalled. Royal Armory. And then if I want to get rid of it, I just delete it from there. Now the other way that you can install mods is you just have a downloads folder. So let's say I have a mod that I've already downloaded that I want to install. So I'm going to come here to my personal files. Let's look at female armors. Okay, so we're just going to grab an armor. OVR Elf. Drag, drop. Now it's telling me a file with the same name has already been downloaded. What would you like to do? Well, I can overwrite it. And it'll put it in there. Because I've already added all of these, right? So let's find OVR Elf. So you can go down here and find it. Double click it, install it. And then there it is. So if I look at it, I didn't have that one installed. More mods just for it to work. Download everything for a mod to work? No. Read the requirements. So let's say, let's go back here. Let's go here. Let's go back to armor, right? We're going to find that Royal Armory again, right? New artifacts. And we're going to go to requirements. And these are mods requiring this file, but this mod does not have any known dependencies other than the base game. So you see that? That's where you're going to find it, under requirements. These are mods that require this mod to be installed, but this mod does not require any other mods. Okay, so that's where you're going to find that. Also, a lot of times when you go to download it, it'll tell you, it'll warn you, hey, you need this other mod in order to make this work. Do you have that installed? Yes, I do. Okay, mod manager download, it'll show up here, then we can install it, right? As long as this window is open, it will put it, if I click that, it'll download it right over here. Well, it should. File with the same name has already been downloaded. Oh, that's why it didn't show. I had the filter turned on. So there's the Royal Armory. It just downloaded. But I don't want it. But yeah, Mod Organizer 2 is very simple to add mods. We did want OVR Elf. I wonder if let's check out new armors. Hold on. Now I'm checking my own list. Whoa, what the hell happened there? Did I just muck everything up? Am I looking at conflicts? No. Am I looking at priority? Oh, okay, good. I didn't muck it up. So be careful hitting these top ones because it'll sort it by whatever you're doing. If I want to sort it by conflicts, I can sort it by conflicts. If I want to sort it by priority, that's generally what I do, is I'll sort by priority. So we're looking for new armors. That's new weapons. So it's number 28 is new armors. So I don't think I have filter by OVR. I have the OVR collection. And does the OVR collection include ELF? Yes, it does. So that's why I didn't install it separate, because it's part of a collection that I have. So I don't, but yeah, the search bars are very helpful. So yeah, it's in the collection. So we don't need this. I think that's an old version of in-game patcher. Doesn't matter, I can keep some old versions in there. Because they're just files. But yeah, the more you play around with it, the easier it gets to kind of figure everything out. Let's go back to the game. Is there a way for me to reach your Discord? Whose Discord? Deco's or mine? I can tell you I don't want to look at somebody else's mod list. It's hard enough to straighten out my own mod list. Like I said, I'm not interested in seeing somebody else's mod list. I would say your biggest friend, Vortex Hell right now with your list. Yeah, well, Vortex can be kind of circular with all the rules that you set up for Vortex. 2 weeks to convert to MO2 eventually. Just, yeah, grab one of the MO2 base lists that have all of the, engine fixes and power of 3 tweaks and all those kinds of mods in them that you're going to use anyway. Base object swapper, keyword item distributor, has all those kinds of mods, right? That will set up your entire folder structure, your entire MO2, and give you everything you need as a base to build on. And then start building in that. That would be the way to go. That would be what I would do. Don't worry about it. There's only there are 9 people in here, and it actually, more people started watching when I started talking about things. So more people were interested in talking about how to put together a mod list than were actually interested in watching the gameplay. So, and it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's where I would start. I would start with a good Wabbajack foundation of an MO2, right, in 1.5.97. I think that's the version of the game that I really like to mod. But if you want to go with the latest version, which would be 1.6.1170, I'm sure there's utility lists set up for that too. But know what game version you want to mod. Because things like address library, those are specific to what version you're modding. And then there's some mods that won't work in 1.6.1170. The main one that I know of is the .NET script framework. So things like custom skills, there's 2 different versions of it. There's a version for 1.5.97. There's another version for 1.6. Whatever. So if you're modding 1.5.97, then make sure that all the mods you're getting are for that version of the game. Now things like armor and weapons and stuff like that not really going to matter. Okay, the things that are going to matter are utilities. Like I said, address library is version specific and things like that. Correct. So, like if I go here and I go to custom skills, these are custom skills. Some of these were made by the veteran. He goes by Mega Black Kid on the Nexus. And he has made like Dragonborn Weapon Arts, Knowledge and Wisdom. He's got another one. He's made this Resist Magic one. He's got a bunch of them that he's made. He converted Berserker. And I think he converted the Dark Brotherhood too. So if you're on 1.5.97, check out Mega Black Kid if you want custom skills framework. Because there's two different versions of the custom skills framework. One works on the .NET Script framework. The other one works on SKSC, I think, depending. Most of those will work on the latest version. I don't know. Mega Black Kid's still on 1.5.97, so that's what they're modding for. Because it's kind of like me. That's what I'm modding for because that's the version I'm on. So I wonder if my girl here is not following me anymore.
Need something? Let me check my schedule.
We can send her on her merry way so she's not causing a bunch of havoc.
It's time for us to part ways.
Are you sure? Very well. I'll be around if you need my help again, Dragonborn.
I hated that person's story, yeah. Yeah, she'll be around. What's up, Angel? Little Miss barks a lot. That's somebody's frozen body part there. Alright, where am I going from here? Well, I think the first thing I want to do is I want to set up a tent and go up a level. I have a lot of different options for followers in my list, though I don't usually run with them. You know, we're up to level 8, we may be able to survive on our own. Especially if we get a good two-handed weapon. Zero through 7. Okay. No, you're not putting anything in your Skyrim files. And you don't want to put it in any protected system folder. So anything that says C program files or anything like that, you don't want to put it in there. So to give you an idea, I created a separate partition. This is the partition I'm playing on right now. So it's a separate partition, and this is 3/4 of a terabyte, 712 gigabytes is the size of the partition. And I just put my mod list in there. So it has nothing to do with my C drive. And then if I'm looking at my Steam games, this is all my Steam games. This is my Steam folder. So Steam apps, common, Skyrim Special Edition. This is just the base game. Downloaded from Steam. There are no files in there. There are no mods installed. This needs to stay vanilla. Okay? So understand that what Wabbajack is doing is Wabbajack is finding all of the files it needs to build an exact copy of somebody else's mod list on your computer. So some of the files that it needs came from here. One drive, no other drives yet? Okay, that's fine. Just create a new folder and name it My Mod List or Wabbajack or, whatever you're going to name it. But create its own folder and make sure that it's not in program files or not in My Documents, not on your desktop, not in any system protected folder. Okay? If it's going to be on your C drive, just create a new folder somewhere on C that is not in program files, all right, and put it in there. Folder for downloads called Mod Downloads. Another folder for my modded game. Place it in root of the drive. Yes, that's exactly what you can do. So if I come to my PC and I look at Windows C, I don't have a whole lot in my Windows drive, right? But I would just create a new folder here, new folder, name it Downloads, new folder, and name it Mod List. And that's where I would put it. So it's in the root of the drive, not in program files. This is a big no-no. 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 This is definitely a big no-no. Okay, so don't put it in any of these files. Just create 2 new folders and put it in there if you don't have another drive. Okay? And then you're okay. The main thing is you don't want it in a system protected folder. That's a big no-no. Because the newer versions of Windows dump a lot of things into OneDrive. Personally, I disable OneDrive. I get rid of it. I think it's garbage. And I don't want to be forced to pay to store my own files that I could store on my own system, but they want to store it on the cloud. So I think it's a scam, if you ask me, to make more money, because they only give you 5 gigs worth of storage, and if you're storing your photos there or your pictures there, you could fill up 5 gigs pretty quick, especially if they're coming from your phone. Yeah, I just disabled OneDrive altogether. Yeah, your save games will fill it up. And then it'll go, oh, well, you need to buy more storage space to use it. To me, that's a scam. What's up, RM? So yeah, I'm like, homie, don't play that. Welcome to level 9. Oh, you know what? We might have a custom skill thing we can do. OneDrive is a devil? Yes, it is. Well, we can't put it in there yet. Okay, so we went up a level. Where are we going now? I don't know. Where the hell do we want to go? We have to get the Horn of Jürgen Windcaller. The ancient fane of Ustengrav. So we need to go that way, sort of. What's over here? Travel to Solstheim. Well, we haven't been anywhere yet. We really haven't been anywhere yet. Except up to High Hrothgar. Get the 64-bit version, auto installer, and just let it install it. It'll dump it in your C drive, but that's cool. It's just a utility, and let it integrate itself so that it opens all kinds of archives. Say partially frozen's frostbite spider. I normally just get the 64-bit version and the executable and let it auto install and integrate itself when it goes, hey, do you want 7-zip to open all these kinds of files? I go, yeah, do it. So I wonder... I killed all the pheasants. Where is Thistle? Bunny, where are you, Bunny? Funny Bunny? There's my bunny. It won't let me talk to Thistle. If we have to read the note? The Rising Dead. Somebody killed the hummingbird. And the rabbit took off. Thistle? He doesn't want to talk to me. Alright, fine. You hang out with the old guy. Out of my way, hummingbird. No, that is not okay. I said do not put it in program. Or you're talking about 7-zip? 7-zip can go in program files. Seven zip's perfectly okay to go in program files. Just don't put Wabbajack or a mod list in there. Yeah, 7-zip's okay to go in there, no problem.
Time to end this little game. Victory is yours. I submit.
You have a funny way of submitting there. I doubt they're installing my list. They're trying to create a list of their own, and they were wondering how to get started. And so I told them, well, I would say install Wabbajack, but install a list that has all of that sets up Mod Organizer 2 and has all of the utility programs that you would need, like Power of 3 tweaks, bug fixes, things like that. Base object swapper, keyword item distributor, all of the utilities that you would need already installed. And then from there you can build your own list. Abort, abort, abort. No, don't abort. You'll be alright, don't worry about it. I guess we're just tootling around. We can go to Oostengrove. We could pick up a different follower. Go get him, Angel. Let's go to Riverwood. Bliss is in Riverwood. We can go pick up Bliss. One of Cold Sun's creations.
There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you. I've got this thing I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see. Oh, a letter from the Jarl. Moving up in the world, I see. Looks like that's all. I have to leave.
Good dog.
Okay, what were we studying? That. We'll learn fast healing. Wow, we're 94% exhausted. We're hungry and thirsty. There's Uthgerd. Well, for 94% exhausted, we need to sleep. Long nap. Do everything while talking to him and asking questions. This video will come in handy after he ends it. I'll still watch it and lost my way. Okay, cool. I'm guessing we're pretty hungry and thirsty, so... Oh, we're good. It says 0 frames per second. I can probably get rid of that because it's not reading correctly. Let's go by the one in the other corner over there. Burned. No, I'm not using reshade on top of this anymore. This is just my EMB. Well, it's Rudy's EMB that I've tweaked. So, Rudy's EMB. So, no reshade. Now, there are a few things. Like there's a pre-pass shader that I've added. So if you look at the pre-pass, this is one that was, oh no, pre-pass. This is by Asus, ADYSS. You can get this off of Nexus, and it's a pre-pass shader you can add to any EMB, right? But this one allows you to control God rays. It allows you to control skin. So this is really good to get the skin texture and the skin color correct. We're a dark elf, so that's why our skin's dark. But it's also got a fake HDR built into it. And this sun sprite that I'm using is from EMB forums, because Rudy's EMB does not have a sun sprite. And then the weather that I'm using, this is for Obsidian weathers, But the weather that I'm using is called Kind's Weather and Seasons. So Kind's Weather and Seasons is based on Obsidian weathers, but it includes another weather mod called Wander, and then... Okay. Then run it. And you should be able to browse the mod list there and pick one you want to download and make sure that you're, you know, linked to Nexus so that it links with your Nexus account. We're going to warm up there for a minute next to this glowing ember. Stop by the fires and warm up. Oh no, it's raining. Put our hood back on. We're gonna just throw a save here because we can. Alright. Should we just go wandering around and see what kind of havoc we get into? Sure, why not? Playing in the rain. Kind's Weather and Seasons includes True Storms and Wander and Obsidian and a few other weathers from other mods. So it's kind of a combination of a bunch of different things. We can't steal the wood? Well, that's no good. I'm wondering if our bloom is turned up. Not bad, we're gonna run with that. He did, except for dawn and dusk. I've changed the brightness of dawn and dusk. I mean, the weather settings are good. But I also use the raindrops I'm using is called Vivin Rain for the raindrops. And it's just a really good texture for raindrops, in my opinion. I don't know if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. I'm actually in the tundra. I know it doesn't look like it. I turned it into a forest. This is the Western Watchtower that we're looking at right now. And then I'm using storm lightning, which is really cool. Sadly, that's the old man who lived here. But his son will come and start rebuilding the house. And that was the old woman. Not a bad looking axe. How much damage? 17. Should we grab it? We'll grab it. Okay, let's do something like this. Well, that eats the stamina. We're not that good with a two-handed weapon. I'll go back to the daggers. Should we see if we can sneak up on these guys? Maybe take a few of them out before they know we're here? Sneak around, sneak around. We're probably gonna die. But we're gonna see if we can take a few of these guys out. Oh, there's an autosave.
Supplies are running low. Might need to do some hunting.
Uh-oh. Okay, they know I'm here.
Lost?
Uh-oh.
Now I'm gonna have to kill you.
Well, we got one.
I'm surprised you've lasted this long. Now hurry up and die. I'll have your head.
Ow. Slide tackle.
This one's loot is mine. So back off.
Let's take out the high road.
Yeah, you should be scared.
Oh, we don't have any more stamina left. Give me the lockpick. Give me the steel arrows. Get out of the way.
If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you're going to get.
Get the high ground. But I've got the high ground, Anakin. Who's dying? Oh, I see you. I got the laundry hanging out. What do we got in here? Oh, a chest. Bit of it out. I like destructible items. I got a bunch of wood. Got a tanning rack. A shovel. You know what we can do with the shovel? kind of clean up our mess. We shot that guy right in the face. So if we equip a shovel, shovels bury bodies. You underestimated my power, Obi-Wan. Yeah. Taking back arrows. She had steel arrows. I like the steel arrows. A little bit of grilled chicken. Give her a proper burial. These shovels bury bodies really good for like dragon skeletons that'll follow you around the world. If you bury them, they don't follow you around. And you can always get to them in your inventory. So if you come into your MCM menu and you go to shovels bury bodies. So let's go to shovels. It tells me these are bandit archers that I just buried. I can get to their inventory. I can move to player, I can delete forever, I can search them even when they're no longer with me. So we just got rid of them forever. Let's go into the prison.
Someone there.
Oh crap, she already knows I'm here. Run around the table. Oh!
Nice armor you've got there. It'll be mine when I'm done with you.
No, it ain't gonna be yours.
If it is yours, I submit.
You're pretty tough. She must have drank a really good potion. She drank another one. Quit drinking all your good potions, girl. What am I going to loot off your corpse if you drink all your potions? She drank all her potions. The little wench. Well, I guess we can go up. That goes to Fort Greymoor. Where does this other door go? Skyrim.
I know I heard something. Over here. Another day, another victory. Did you hear something? Over here.
Oh well. Must have run off. What was that?
Need casting spells.
Oh well. Must have run off.
Somebody there is
What was that? Die already so I can take your stuff. Time to end this little game.
Oh, we need to get out of sneak mode. Who's this?
Enough of this. I'm gonna rip your arms off and beat you to death.
The reason they're glowing is that somebody Mafala wants me to kill. Who's this? Male Imperial. Can I talk to you? You don't want to talk.
How am I supposed to pay off my bounty if I can't get near the damn city? Time to end this little game.
Yeah, game over. We have a mod called Movable Chain too. Makes me move the chains around. Okay, interesting gloves. What's up with the troll? Oh my. Our lockpicking sucks. Alright. Hey, we got it. We're ready to go up a level too. We like ripped her face off. Eyeball hanging out. Gnarly. Well, let's go up. Should we do a little hawk hunting? We're in a good location for it. Warm up a little bit. Check how we're doing. We're good. Let's hunt some hawks. Gotcha. 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 Alright, let's go collect some because hawk feathers are a single item that can cure disease, so that's why I made the mod called Hawk Hunter. It puts a bunch of hawks right over here by the bridge so that you can collect them so you can have hawk feathers to cure disease. So if we look at a hawk feather in our inventory, cure disease. All I gotta do is eat one. This is Kinnereth's tree. There's another hawk. I don't know if that's a dragon or if that's a griffin. So we got some younglings. The griffin's going after the mammoths. Not really a smart move on the griffin's part. I like the new giants. They're pretty cool looking. Oh no! I do not want to join the no thank you. Run away! Run away! Oh my gosh, she's running after me. There's one of Hircine's guys. That's not good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 3 hours in and we get a crash. Bummer. Wonder where my last save is. And I wonder if it's going to give me a crash log. Let's wait a minute and see. You turned her against me. Yeah. You did that yourself. So this is probably air. Okay, it did close. Cool. Yeah, we got a crash log. Let's take a look at it. And what does it say? Oh my gosh. NPC, ghost. Oh, you're kidding me. It's like every mod. Minty Dummy Activator from Storm Lightning. Minty Dummy Activator. Wet and cold. So it looks like it might be something going on with the Storm Lightning and Wet and Cold. Comprehensive attack rate patch. I wonder what that particular. Should we take a look? Is that a ghost? No. So it's this one. Familiar visuals. So trying to apply a wet shader. Looks like it. Let's take a look. I remember watching the first Star Wars film at the drive-ins with my parents in 1977. So yeah, that's when I became a Star Wars fan in 1977. Were you even born yet? Yeah, we watched it at the drive-in theater. I remember collecting Star Wars trading cards. The first ones that came out were red, and then they had yellow, and then they came out with green. Man, I wish I still had all those packs of trading cards. They'd be worth bank today. You were born in 1999. I was 9 years old in 1977. So I went with my parents to the drive-in theater in 77. So one of my daughters, my youngest daughter, was born in 1998, and my youngest son was born in the year 2000. So either side of you. So you're 26 years old. It says actor type, so that's that one. Just says actor type NPC. So it doesn't give me a lot of information. It's just a keyword, but I don't know what it's attached to. Well, fire back up. Should we see how long it takes to fire up? Sure, why not? Start stopwatch. We'll see. I'm guessing about 4 minutes. And my oldest is 37. How is that possible? And I've got 2 grandkids, 10 and 4. So 5 kids and 2 grandkids. And 2 dogs. And of course, my lovely wife. who puts up with me playing Skyrim for hours on end and modding it. What was it like growing up in '77 compared to now? Well, it depends on where you were. I was in California. I'm still in California, in the United States. And in 1977, I'd got home from school. My mom was still at work. My dad was at work. So I had a key to get into the house. I had to get my homework done. And then I could hop on my bike and go ride around and catch up with my friends. And we rode our bikes everywhere, or skateboards. So we were out in the creek. We were in other cities. We would ride our bikes to other towns, right? And I didn't have to be home until 6 o'clock for dinner. So I had a watch. I could tell when 6 o'clock was. Always had a dime in my pocket so that if I needed to make a phone call, I had to find a payphone to make a phone call. There was no cell phones. Yeah, there was like 3 channels on the TV, so there's no sense staying home and watch TV. There wasn't anything on unless you wanted to watch news or religious channel. There was cartoons, but that was like Saturday morning cartoons, and there was like Scooby-Doo in the afternoon after school at like 3 o'clock, 3:30. You had Scooby-Doo that come on. But that was about it for TV. Mostly we're out on our bikes, riding around, going over ramps. 3 minutes, 42 seconds. Shooting each other with BB guns. That was a lot of fun. Lighting off fireworks. Nobody wore a helmet riding a bike. If you wrecked, which invariably you did going over ramps and stuff, yeah, you might rip the knees out of your jeans or whatever, and you'd be bloody. But you just kind of walked it off and got back to playing. It was a different time. We would ride our bikes down to the store. If we made some money stacking wood for a neighbor, or mowing their lawn, or washing their car, or babysitting their kids, you know, even at like 10 or 11 or 12 years old, you were babysitting your next door neighbor's kids, you know, to make some money. Or you were mowing their lawn. The old people in the neighborhood get, you know, a cord of wood, and they'd pay you $5 to stack all the wood for them. So a cord of wood's a lot of wood. But yeah, it was $5, and so we'd ride our bikes down to the store. Nobody had a bike lock. You just flipped your bike upside down, so it was sitting on the handlebars in the seat, and went into the store and bought a Coca-Cola or whatever you wanted, maybe a candy bar. And candy bars were full-size candy bar, not a tiny candy bar, full-size candy bar, 25 cents. Right? Coca-Cola came in a glass bottle. Yeah, $5 was a lot back then. Gotta pet the dog. It's a good boy. Should we see if we can milk the cow? Well, we milked the cow. Where'd the jackal go? Oh, we got wolves. They took out the jackal. Why are the wolves non-hostile? That's interesting. How am I... Oh, you know what? Because I stopped by the Shrine of Kinnereth, right? Am I wolfkin? Oh, and that one got pissed. He's like, you killed my buddy. When we played video games, it was, I mean, if you had an Atari 2600, you were the bomb. Play games like Defender and Space Invaders and Asteroid and Pac-Man, and those were the video games I grew up with. So when I saw Morrowind, I was, you know, blew my mind. I had never seen a video game like that. I saw that in 2004 for the first time. That's when I started playing Elder Scrolls games. And I started modding them in 2006 with Oblivion. Started making mods. That's crazy. That was like 19 years ago. And here I am, still playing Elder Scrolls games. Having a good time, modding the snot out of them. Well, that was a nice shot. Oh my gosh. Don't make me kill the dog. I didn't want to kill the dog. But he attacked me. Did we forget to turn that on? Yeah, we did. That's better. A little smoother. Yeah, I really have no idea where we're going. We're just kind of wandering. Enjoying the scenery.
Nice armor you got there. It'll be mine when I'm done with you. Damn elves. You'll pay for this. Split your belly like an old woman's purse. Filthy dark elf scum.
Hey. Enough with the filthy dark elf thing. Oh, you're next, buddy.
That's how a true Nord fights.
Left him a bloody mess. Yeah, no internet, no cell phones, no social media. Yeah, you know the really wonderful thing? Most of the stupid stuff I did, there's absolutely no record of. You can't prove it. Nobody took a picture, there's no video. Nobody posted it on social media. Do you open Skyrim to play it through Wabbajack? Yeah. Basically, you're clicking on you're opening SKSE loader is what you're opening. So that does not look like it's touching the ground. So you know what's cool is I have a mod where if I'm looking at this thing, I should be able to move it down until it's touching the earth. And then drop it there. So now it's actually touching the earth. And then it'll remember that. It'll make it a base object swapper file. So we just fixed that tree. So that's Object Manipulator. It's the name of that mod, which is more of a utility. But I can look at something and then click on it. So let's say I want to move this little rock cairn, right? So if I look at it, I should be able to click on it. All right, well, let's do this. Dindalod? Dindalod is one of... Okay, we won't move that rock. Dindalod's one of my favorite utilities. Basically, it creates... There's a few things that are going to work together to create distant LOD. So I'll give you a good example. We're going to get up here and take a look. Okay. So... Well, I got a bad guy there. But do you notice that my grass goes on forever? Where's the end of the grass? Do you notice that the trees don't pop into view? That I can see trees way over there? Here, let's go up here. We're going to get a really high view so you can get an idea. Okay. Let's go up even higher. So do you notice that there are trees out as far as your eye can see? Let's go up even higher. Okay. So those are distant LOD textures. I can see trees way over by... Do you see that way over there? That's solitude. That's right above my head. That's solitude. That's how far we're looking. Rorikstead is over here. And that's solitude way over there. So let's go land on top of this and I'll show you. But Dindalod is creating all of the, and that's High Hrothgar. It's right above my head. High Hrothgar is right there, up on the hill. But I can see that from down here. I can even see that. That's a sky shard down there, the blue line coming up. So Dindalod is creating all of these. They're called distant LODs, which means level of detail. So even from up here, and I'll give you an idea. Let's clear the weather. So I can even see buildings, structures. So let's fly over there, shall we? Toggle fly cam. So these trees here are full model. But I will eventually get to where these are all full model. I'll get to where these are, okay. Stuff here is full model, but on the other side of the water, this is distant LOD. So it's lower poly models and lower resolution textures on things that are further away. So you see this is a low resolution texture. But all these buildings are still here. They're just a lower resolution version of it. This is called an LOD model. So remember, we're on top of this hill way over there. See, that's us way over there. Let's go fly back over to where we are. But what Dynalot will do is it'll create all of this. And the really cool thing is, there's us standing on the hill. That's how far away we were. Hey, there we are. So let's toggle fly cam back to being back in there. But it's creating, we flew all the way over to that building over there. It's creating these distant LOD textures so that things don't pop into view. But also if you notice the grass, so looking like right above my head, do you see, where's the end of the grass? Can you see an end to the grass? Tell you what, let's go fly over there. You tell me when you find the end of the grass. So the models will change from a low resolution to a high resolution as you get closer. So let's keep an eye on this tree that's just off of my elbow. So right now it's a low res. There the grass just flipped to high res. The tree just flipped to high res. But you notice it's the same shape and really close to the same coloration. And this is what Dynalot does. And that way things don't really pop into view when you're just running through the world. Oh, we got a bad guy here. Hold on. So that's what Dynalot does. And it works with a few different programs. So the first one that I run is one called No Grass in Objects, and it keeps grass from growing through rocks. Okay? So it'll actually load up every... Hey, we found some beaver. It'll load up every texture or every grass model in game for every grid. And it will find out where the rocks are so that grass doesn't grow out of rocks. So it's called No Grass in Objects. And grass won't grow out of, treasure chests and things like that either with that mod. Now, what that's also doing is it's creating what's called a grass cache. So it will generate every grid in the game and generate grass for that grid. And then it saves that. So that whenever you get to that grid, it can just grab that grid and go, okay, we already know what the grass should look like there. Here it is. Boop. loads a lot quicker. It's caching all of the grass files, so it knows where to put them. Dindalod uses the grass cache, and it also uses something called TextGen, which is part of Dindalod. So TextGen will create lower poly models of trees and buildings and things like that. So TextGen creates these lower poly models, and then Dindalod uses them.
Nearby. I'm on my way to investigate.
Where are you headed?
I probably shouldn't tell everyone who asks. This is important business, you know.
I could save you a lot of trouble.
No, I think I've got this one. Thanks, though.
Alright, well, we tried to help her out. So that's what Dindalod does, is it keeps from having pop-in in your game. These guys look like they're under attack. We're going to pick up some horse poop. It makes good poison. And then we're going to stop by the garden. Should we pick a few for later?
Okay, another victory.
We could pick a few for later.
Somebody help.
Yes, I planted a garden here. I did this for my friend Pat. Oh look, horse tongue. Yeah, so Dindalod creates... Why is this guy sneaking? Hey buddy.
Yes?
Why are you sneaking around?
Until next time.
Oh, that's why you're sneaking around. We got this guy here. Slide tackle. Knock the clothes right off her. The Dindalog does take a while to run, and you have to be careful, don't run it on too high of detail, because it will eat a lot of graphics. But it just looks so freaking good. We have a cat named Ragnar. He's not red though. But yeah, like looking up this way, you don't ever see the end of the grass, because in the distance here, we'll find the end. We're at the bottom of the hill, right? Okay. So you can see that this is low poly and low resolution, and this is full model. So that's how far the full model goes. Because that's us. Yeah, well, I'm running the reason that did that with the Manic Mage is I'm running a mod called oh my gosh, Maximum Carnage is the name of the mod. So it's changing the model out when I kill somebody to one of somebody with their guts hanging out or somebody, okay. But if they're wearing clothing that is not vanilla clothing, it's mod added clothing, it doesn't know what clothing to add to them. So it just spawns them in their underwear. So you would actually have to make a patch for every mod added piece of clothing for them to not show up in their underwear. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we got a lot of bad guys here. Give me my hot girlfriend. Oh, I can't get my hot girlfriend. Oh, we're probably gonna die. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. Run. Run. Run away. Run away. Get your bow. Pick them off. Pick them off. Oh my gosh, knocking me down. We're running. We're running. We're running. We're healing. Maybe we'll get some help down here. Yeah, let's we need to drink some booze quickly. Give me booze.
You're a fool to fight you up, huh? This should be no!
I got more foglings. Should we make it really interesting? Oh, we can't do that. We can do this though. See what kind of arrows we got. We got any fire arrows? I think we do. Yes, we do. Those would be helpful. Uh-oh. Fogling. run over.
Someone there? I knew it!
Vampire, vampire, vampire!
At last, a worthy opponent!
Now you'll pay.
Okay, get out of sneak mode. Get a little distance between us. Oh my gosh.
Get her!
We're dead. Oh no, we're dead. We're dead. Everybody drink. Oh well, we died. Maybe we should have kept our follower. Download more than one mod list at a time for Wabbajack? Yes, you can. So here's the deal, right? I said Wabbajack is going to create a portable instance of Mod Organizer 2. Portable. Okay, so you want to basically wipe your Skyrim installation and re-download a fresh version of Skyrim from Steam. Start it up just once, okay, and then shut it down. If it requires AE, you need to download all the AE stuff. But you don't want any mods or anything added to your Steam installation of Skyrim. That is the base that every mod list you download is going to use. So it's just grabbing files from there that are going to put into your different installations. Wow, we're all the way back in Riverwood. That was the last place we slept. Okay, well, I'm going to go into this inn so that it creates a save. And that's where I'm probably going to call it for today. It's about dinner time for me, but I'll show you what I've got going on, right? So my installation from Steam is, so this is my autosave. And now we have a save right here.
We got rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell.
Okay. So, let me go over this with you. You can have as many portable instances of Mod Organizer 2 as you want, as you have space for. So, if I go into my computer, you can see that I've got a terabyte here just for Lorerim. So this is a full installation of Lorerim. And when I start it, I'm going to start it from this. Well, I'm going to start it from SKSE. Where's the SKSE helper? Well, I'm going to start it from here. And then it'll start from SKSE loader. So in this folder, I've got Apostasy, full installation, and I've got Vagabond, a full installation. Okay. And then I've got 3 instances of my own mod list. One of them is here. This is the one that I upload. I always break it up into Mod Organizer 2 and Downloads folder. Okay. So this is an instance of my mod list. And it's a full mod list. And then I've got one here. This is the one I'm playing. And one here, this is one I was installing. But you can see this isn't really, it's not a full list in there. This is a full list. So is that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different mod lists installed on my computer. Now, granted, I've got 11 terabytes worth of space. So I got a lot of space to do that. But I can start up any one of them anytime I want. The main thing to remember is that my Steam folder, this is my Steam apps, common, these are all my Steam games, right? But Skyrim Special Edition, this is just the very basic. If I change my view, okay, this is just the basic files. My data file doesn't have any mods installed. These are all Creation Club content from Anniversary Edition. Okay, because a lot of lists require Anniversary Edition. But that's all there is here. So this entire installation, this entire folder, how big is it? 19.3 gigabytes. Okay? 19, and every mod list I have is pulling from here. So really I only have one instance of the game downloaded from Steam. Yeah, so you can open up any list that you want. So let's say I open up, I've got all mine here. I open up my list. And anything I want to, I can put in here. And I can get there if I go to Browse Mod page up here, in the top corner, I can go to Visit Skyrim SE on the Nexus. This will open up a window of Skyrim Nexus. So let's say Hanging Dead Salmon Replacer. Let's say I want this mod. That's going to, from Mahale Mods, it's using Mahale's salmon. And it's replacing them. Right? So say that's what I want. I just come here, Hanging Dead Salmon Replacer. Let's see if that's a base object swapper. It's not going to tell me. But I just hit Mod Manager Download, and it'll automatically show up here. Just a run back before you leave me? What? Okay, well, I don't know what you're talking about. But anyhow, that's how easy it is. Just pick whatever mod you want. Let's say we want a different mod. So we'll go back to the main page. Let's say we want Babbling Brooks, water overhaul, right? And then Babbling Brooks, click it, and there it is, Babbling Brooks. And it's downloading directly in Mod Organizer 2. Then if I just double click this, it'll install it. And I can pick a name for it, Hanging Dead Salmon Replacer. And it'll put it at the bottom of the list. Put a check mark by it, and now it's in my game. Now it's being overwritten by Parallax Gen output. So I would have to rerun Parallax Gen. if I wanted to add that. But yeah, that's how simple it is to add mods to it. And then you're just, I would say a couple things that I would do. All right. My wife's telling me dinner's ready. A couple things that I would do is I would run them through Quick Auto Clean. Okay, every new downloaded mod, run it through Quick Auto Clean. And then check it in SSE Edit and see what it conflicts with. So you can run SSE Edit and open and just run the script to find conflicts from your whole mod list. So you're going to right click on the mod list on the left side and run the script. Says or you'll see find conflicts, and it'll find all the conflicts. And then knowing that where the conflicts are, you can either create a conflict resolution patch, or you'll know where to put it in your load order, or you can click loot and let loot initially find out where it should go. Now, loot is not always right, but it's a good place to start. Okay, time for me to go eat dinner. So I will see all you peoples later, and have fun. Peace out.